Hello students, I am Mrs. Reema Shah Vora from Deccan Education Society, Brihan Maharashtra College of Commerce, Pune. I teach mathematics and statistics to the commerce stream. In the last lecture, we had started with mathematical logic and we had seen the basics like the introduction of logic, what is the meaning of logic, what do you mean by sentences, which are considered as statements and which are not considered as statements. Furthermore, we had also seen the simple statements, compound statements, conjunction, disjunction, negation, and implication. So today, students, we are going to see the further part of the chapter. And now we move on to the PowerPoint presentation. Conditional statement. If P and Q are two simple statements connected by the group of words if and only if or IFF, it is the short form for writing if and only if. Then the resulting compound statement P if and only if Q is called biconditional of P and Q. Symbolically, it is written as P arrow on both the sides Q and read as P if and only if Q. For example, let P be the three points are collinear. Q statement is they lie on a line. So P and Q will be joined as follows. 3 points are collinear if and only if they lie on a line. So just write your P statement, insert the phrase if and only if, and then write the Q statement. Implication statement is formed. Next example is P, Hari is rich. Q, Hari owns a car. So your P if and only if Q will be Hari is rich if and only if he owns a car. Since we are talking about the same person, so we can write he owns a car. But when we are stating the statement, we write it as Hari owns a car because you cannot write it as he owns a car. It will become an open sentence. Let us see the truth value of truth table for the biconditional P, Q, and the third column is P if and only if Q. So here again true, 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 false, false, true, and false, false is the combination. So P if and only if Q, true if and only if true is true, true if and only if false is false, false if and only if true is false, and false if and only if false is true. If one is false and other is true, and this combination only it is false. If both are true or both are false, then the answer is true in biconditional. Note that biconditional statement P if and only if Q is the compound statement of P implies Q and Q implies P. So P implies Q and Q implies P. It is the compound statement. Remember that. P if and only if Q can be read as Q if and only if P. So it is associative. P if and only if Q is same as Q if and only if P. P is necessary and sufficient for Q. Q is necessary and sufficient for P. Both are necessary and sufficient conditions for each other. P implies Q and Q implies P. P implies and is implied by Q. So these are the various statements which can also be read as. Let us see some examples. Milk is white if and only if the sky is not blue. Your P statement is milk is white. Q statement is sky is not blue. So the symbolic form of the given statement is P if and only if Q. Okay, so arrow on both the sides and then the statements. Qutub Minar is in Delhi, then Taj Mahal is in Agra. Your P statement is Qutub Minar is in Delhi. Q statement is Taj Mahal is in Agra. As you can see, the phrase is if then. So the symbolic form of the given statement is P implies Q. If then stands for implication. If and only if stands for double implication. Write the following statements in symbolic form. It is not true that I is a real number. Here the statement P can be denoted as I is a real number. So the symbolic form is negation P because it is not true that is given in the beginning. So now next example, even though it is not cloudy, it is still raining. Your P statement is it is cloudy. Q statement is it is still raining. So the symbolic form of the given statement is negation P and Q. Here students observe that a P statement we have written it is cloudy. But what is the given original statement? Even though it is not cloudy. Therefore it is negation P and Q because though word has come, so and will come and then you write the statement Q. In this way we can obtain the symbolic form. Now let us see what are the truth values of the given statements. It is not true that 3 minus 7i is a real number. Your P statement is 3 minus 7i is a real number. So the symbolic form of the given statement is negation P. Okay. Now the truth value of P is false. 3 minus 7i is a complex number. It is not a real number. So obviously the truth value is false. Negation will be true. Okay, so the truth value of the given statement is true. Next example, either 64 is a perfect square or 46 is a prime number. Your P statement can be written as 64 is a perfect square. Q statement 46 is a prime number. So the symbolic form of the given statement is P or Q. As you can see, there is a or word in between them. So P or Q is the symbolic form. Now we go for the truth value. For truth values, we will analyze one statement at a time. 64 is a perfect square. Yes, it is true statement. 46 is a prime number. It is a false statement because 46 is not a prime number. So P or Q, now true or, in the symbolic form we are going to put P true and Q as false. So true or false gives you true, because in the truth table of disjunction we get if one also it is true, then the statement together is true. Next example is, if P is he swims, Q is water is warm. Give the verbal statements for the following symbolic statements. Here the first question is P if and only if negation Q. The verbal statement will be what? He swims if and only if water is not warm, because it is negation Q. P is as it is. So we write P, he swims if and only if water is not warm. Second, negation of P or Q. What is P or Q in general? And the negation is outside the bracket. So it is not negation P or Q. It is for the whole statement. So first analyze what is P or Q. It will be he swims or water is warm. And then the negation of that will be it is not true that he swims or water is warm. In this way you can write the verbal statement. Next is Q implies P. So if water is warm, then he swims will be Q implies P. Q is asked first, so write Q. If Q, then P. Okay. Q and negation P will be water is warm and he does not swim. This is the verbal statement, and this way the question is over. Next example, P proof is lengthy. Q statement, it is intersect. Then express the following statements in symbolic form. So first statement is proof is lengthy and it is not interesting. So here P is the symbolic form of the given statement is P and negation Q, because proof is lengthy and so conjunction not Q. Okay. Next example, if proof is lengthy, then it is interesting. So here if then is coming. So P, if P, then Q. So the symbolic form of the given statement is P implies Q. Next, it is not true that proof is lengthy, but it is interesting. It is not true that is given. And now let us see the statement properly. The proof is lengthy, but it is interesting. So it is P and Q conjunction, but what is there in the beginning? It is not true that. So the answer is negation of P and. Lastly, it is interesting if and only if the proof is lengthy. Now, if and only if is there, first P statement is written and then Q. So you have to also see which statement is written first. If sometimes it can be Q if and only if P also. Okay. So here the symbolic form of the given statement is Q if and only if P. Let us see statement patterns and logical equivalence now. So like you all have seen just now, all the connectives, conjunction, disjunction, negation, implication, biconditional. So if all these are there and they are joined by 2 or 3 statements, then it forms a statement pattern. Examples are P and Q and R. Negation of P or Q implies negation of P and Q. Negation of Q implies R. The whole implies negation P. So students, these are some of the examples for statement patterns. While preparing the truth table, we need to remember the following points. Till now, you all have seen the truth tables for conjunction, disjunction and so on, where we had only 3 columns. Now we might have more columns and more rows. So let us see how to do that. If the statement pattern involves n statements, then each statement pattern has 2 possible truth values, that is either true or false. You all know that true or false, these are the only 2 patterns, correct? So if n statements are there, then it will have 4 rows. So the truth table must contain 2 raised to n rows. Like you have 2 statements P and Q, so it will have 4 rows. If there are 3 statements P, Q and R suppose, then there will be 8 rows, will be 2 raised to 3 rows. Therefore 8 rows will be there. And if the statement pattern consists of m connectives and n statements, then the truth table must consist of m plus n columns. So first of all, we see how many statements are given, whether 2 statements or 3 statements, and we were going to add the number of connectives to it. So all the connectives, whether it is negation, implication, conjunction, disjunction, all you are going to add, and you are going to decide the number of columns. Now this is not a thumb rule over here. The column numbers might vary. Okay, this is just a guideline for you. Let us see some examples. Prepare truth table for the following statement patterns. The first statement pattern is negation of P or Q and negation of P or negation Q. Here students observe that you can see only 2 statements, P and Q. And there are connectives, 1 connect 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So let us see here there are 2 statements. Therefore m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 6. Therefore m plus n is 8. Observe that now we are going to make the column. So there were 2 statements, therefore there will be only 4 rows. So as you can see, true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. This will remain the same for P and Q. Negation of P and negation Q will be false, false, true, true, false, true, false, true. So observe your statement pattern. Whatever is required, one by one you are going to put it. Now negation P, negation Q were required. Now P or Q is required. So first we will make P or Q column. P or Q column is what? If both are true, then it is true. One also true is there, then it is true. Only if both are false, then it is false. So true, 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 false. Now negation of P or Q. So negation of this column. False, false, false and true. Now negation of P or negation Q. These 2 columns we are going to consider. Again we know that what is disjunction table. So recollect that and write it. False, false will be false. False, true will be true. True, false will be true. And true, true will be true. Lastly, we want this entire statement. So the combination of this column and this column with and in between. So recollect the and table. If one also true false is there, then it becomes false. So false and false is false. False and true is false. False and true is false. True and true is true. And in this way your truth table is done. Let us see the next example. P and R implies P or negation Q. Here students you can observe that there are 3 statements. P, Q and R. Okay, and see the number of connectives and implication or negation. So there are 4 connectives. Therefore the number of columns will be 7. And since there are 3 statements, so 2 raised to 3 is how much? 8. So there will be 8 rows. As you can see the table, P, Q, R are there. Okay, so how do we fill up this column? In P you will write it 4 T's, 4 F's. Then in Q write 2 T's, 2 F's alternately. And in R column write TF, TF alternately. In this way we can obtain the first 3 columns. Okay. You can just remember the probability example, like how we used to find the sample space for if 3 coins are tossed. Okay. So head, tail, tail, head, tail and so on. So instead of HT here it is TF. That's the only difference and these are possible combinations. But as I told you, just remember how to write 4 T's, 4 F's, then 2 T's, 2 F's and then TF, TF. You will never go wrong with this. Now we need negation Q. So negation Q column, just simply write false, false, true, true, false, false, true, true. Now P and R. So first and third column students, and we want and in between. So what is and? If one also false is there, it becomes false. So let us do true and true, true. True and false is false. True and true is true. True and false is false. False and true is false. False and false is false. False and true is false again. And false and false is false. Okay. Now we want P or negation Q. That is this column and this column. But or in between. So or again recollect that if one also true is there, then it becomes true. So true or false is true. True or false is true. True or true is true. True or true is true. False or false is false. False or false is false. False or true is true. And false or true is true. Now we want P and R, that is this column, implies P or negation Q. So implication is what? If true implies false, then only it is false. Otherwise for all the other cases it is true. So let us see true or true, true. false implies true is true, true implies true is true, false implies true is true, false implies false is true, false implies false is true, false implies true is true, and false implies true is true. So in this way the table is done. Now let us see what do you mean by tautology, contradiction and contingency. Tautology, a statement pattern always having the truth value t irrespective of the truth values of its component statements is called as tautology. For example, P or negation P. This statement pattern, students, you can do it at home and see if both the entries are true, then it is a tautology. Contradiction, a statement pattern always having the truth value false irrespective of the truth values of the component statement is called as the contradiction. So negation of Q and P and Q. You can write this down and keep and do it as a homework. You can analyze that all the combinations are false. Then it is contradiction. Lastly, contingency, a statement pattern which is neither a tautology nor a contradiction is called as a contingency. Example is P implies Q and Q implies P. You can write this down and again do it for a homework. Here we are going to see some different example. So contingency means it is a combination of true and false. Using the truth tables, examine whether the following statement patterns are tautology, contradiction or contingency. P and negation Q if and only if P implies Q. So here P, Q, negation Q, P and negation Q, P implies Q, and P and negation Q implies P implies. These are the required columns. Okay. Now here you can observe that PQ, like always we are going to fill it up. True, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. Negation Q. Then P and negation Q, that is first and third column. So we get false, true, false, false. And P implies Q is true, false, true, true. This is the column which we have from implication. Okay. Now lastly we want these two columns but double implication in between them. Double implication column, remember students, if one also false is there, then it is false. If both are true, both are false, then the combination is true. So false true is false, true false is false, false true is false, and false true is false. As you can see, the entire column is of false. So this statement pattern is a contradiction, since in the last column all the entries are F. Next example, P and Q or P and R. Here you can see there are 3 statements. So we will have 8 possible rows. P, Q, R. As I told you, true, 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 false, false, false. 4 trues, 4 false. Q is true, true, false, false. Means 2 trues and 2 false. And R is true, false, alternately fill it up. P and Q you can fill it up. Okay. And P and R is this column. If one also false is there, then it becomes false for AND combination. Now we want the last column, P and Q or P and R. So these 2 columns we are going to do or in between them. If one also true is there, then it becomes true. So true or true is true, true or false is true, false or true is true, false or false is false, 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 and false or false is false. Now here you can see that both entries are there, true also and false also. So since all the entries in the last column of the above truth table are neither all true nor all false, therefore the statement pattern is a contingency. Next example, P implies Q if and only if negation Q implies negation P. So PQ only 2 statements are there. So we will have only 4 rows. PQ, negation P, negation Q. Whatever is required in the statement, observe it properly and fill up all the columns one by one. So P implies Q, negation of Q implies negation P, and lastly the entire statement. Okay. So now you all know how to fill up PQ, negation P, negation Q. P implies Q is true, false, true, true. Negation of Q implies negation P. So students, when it is like this, so we are going to do it in this way, because in implication, true implies false is false, other all is true. So false implies false is true, true implies false is false, false implies true is true, true implies true is true. Do not do it in this way, you have to follow this way, because it is negation of Q implies negation P column we are doing. Okay. Then lastly we want this column. So P implies Q if and only if negation of Q implies negation P. So true imply if and only if true is true, false if and only if false is true, true if and only if true is true, and true if and only if true is true. As you can see, all are true. So since all the entries in the last column of the above truth table are T, therefore the statement pattern is a tautology. Compulsorily this statement has to be mentioned, that it carries a mark. Logical equivalence now. Two or more statement patterns are said to be logically equivalent if and only if the truth values in their respective columns in the joint truth table are identical. If two statement patterns are given to you. So we are going to see the equivalence by the truth table. Okay. See the example. Prove that the following pairs of statement patterns are equivalent. P implies Q and negation of Q implies negation P and negation of P or Q. These are the three statement patterns given to you. So how will we do that? That is, we have to prove these three are equivalent. So let us fill up, only two statements are there, P, Q. So regularly fill it up, okay. Then P implies Q, true, false, true, true. Negation P is false, false, true, true. Negation Q, false, true, false, true. Now negation Q implies negation P. False implies false is true. True implies false is false. False implies true is true. True implies false is true. Lastly, what we want, negation of P or Q. So negation of P is this column, that is the fourth column, or Q. So false or true is true. False or false is false. True or true is true. And true or false is true. Observe the columns. P implies Q, that is the third column. Negation of Q implies negation P, sixth column. And lastly, negation of P or Q, that is the seventh column. So in the third, sixth and seventh column, you can see the entries are true, false, true, true. Not one also entry is here and there. So from these, we conclude that the three statement patterns are logically equivalent. When these questions come, compulsorily make sure that you are numbering the columns so that you can easily identify and then write down the answer in this. Next example, P or Q or R is equivalent to P or Q or P or R. As you can see, there are three statement patterns. So there will be 8 rows. P, Q, R, P or Q, P or R, Q or R, P or Q or R. This is required. And then P or Q or P or R. Whatever is required, be very careful of writing it. Then, as I told you, number the columns. Either you can write it above or below. Any way is fine. Okay. And then P, Q, R. You all know how to fill up these columns. P or Q. P or R we have done, Q or R. Then this statement, P or Q or R. So we are going to do the combination of first column or sixth column, okay, and then enter it in the seventh column. True or true is true, true or true is true, true or true is true, true or false is true, false or true is true, false or true is true, false or true is true, false or false is false. Now we go for this column, P or Q or P or R. So it is fourth or fifth column. True or true is true, 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 true or false is true, false or true is true, false or false is false. Okay. So now we have to observe column numbers 7 and 8. Observe that both are true, 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 and last is false. So we can say that the entries in column numbers 7 and 8 are identical. Therefore, the statement P or Q or R is equivalent to P or Q or P or R. Now let us see the negation of compound statements. We have seen the conjunction, disjunction. Now we are going to see the negation of each and every statement. Negation of conjunction. The negation of conjunction of two simple statements is a disjunction of their negations. So negation of P and Q is equivalent to negation of P or negation Q. Here, students, when we open the bracket, and becomes or, and the statements become negative. So example, let P, the sky is cloudy, Q, it will be raining. P and Q is what? The sky is cloudy and it will be raining. Now negation of P and Q is what? Negation of P or negation Q. So we are just going to write the negation and put or in between. So what will be the verbal statement? The sky is not cloudy or it will not be raining. Not cloudy or, and then again not be raining. So just remember that and you are through with this. Let us see the truth table. As you can see, P, Q, P and Q column, negation of P and Q, negation P, negation Q, negation of P or negation Q. So observe the fourth and the seventh column. Both are identical. And hence we conclude from the truth table also that the columns 4 and 7 are equivalent, and therefore negation of P and Q is nothing but the disjunction of negation of the two statements. Similarly, now let us see negation of disjunction. It is the negation of two simple statements is the conjunction of their negations. So negation of P or Q is equivalent to negation of P and negation Q. Here again, when we open the bracket, the statements become negative and or becomes and. Let P, the sky is cloudy, Q, it will be raining. So again, the sky is cloudy or it will be raining. This is the verbal statement, correct? So here the negation will be the sky is not cloudy and it will not be raining. Okay, students? Next, negation of negation. The negation of negation is the original statement itself. Minus of minus 6 is nothing but plus 6. So same thing in the statement also, negative of negative becomes positive. If P is any simple statement, then negation of negation P is P. Here true, negation of P is false, negation of false is true, and then again false will become true, true will become false. The sky is cloudy, so negation P will be the sky is not cloudy. Negation of negation P will be the sky is cloudy, or it is false that the sky is cloudy. Again we get the P statement. Next is negation of conditional, that is implication. So here negation of P implies Q is equivalent to P and negation Q. How does this come? So you can prove this by the truth table also. PQ, P implies Q column, negation of P implies Q, negation of Q, and then P and negation of Q. So we are interested in column numbers 4 and 6. Observe that they are same. So false, true, false, 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 true, false, false. And therefore negation of P implies Q is equivalent to P and negation Q. We know that P implies Q is equivalent to negation of P or Q. This is a proven result. So now again by using this we are going to prove the above result. Negation of P implies Q is equivalent to negation of, we are taking negation on both the sides. Now open this bracket. So what do we get? Negation of negation P and negation Q, or becomes and. Then now negation of negation P is plus P and remains as it is, and negation Q. So from this also we have proven that negation of P implies Q is equivalent to P and negation Q. For example, let P is sky is cloudy, Q it will be raining. So if sky is cloudy, then it will be raining. Therefore it becomes the sky is cloudy and it will not be raining. The negation. Yes, students, today we have seen the statement patterns, tautology, contradiction, contingency, and also we have seen the negation of compound statements. You can revise everything at home. Thank you.